Hi everybody, my name is Todd Creager, and what I do is I help couples heal from infidelity and other crises. I help them rekindle passion, and I help individuals heal from trauma and also help them find ways to attract more nurturing, less toxic relationships. Today's video is addressed towards men, but I think women need to listen to this as well because I think it's informative and I think it's important to know, because I think there's a lot of myths out there. And the name of this is called Gaining Male Sexual Confidence. And there's a lot of myths about men and sexuality, many, many myths. Myths such as sex is about performance. Myths such as sex is all about an erect penis and what to do with it. Now, I am not against erect penises and I'm not against sexual intercourse, but I think what happens is we have myths that lead to men oftentimes having low sexual confidence because their focus is on outcome as opposed to connection. Now, there are areas of our lives where the word confidence may have a slightly different meaning. For example, when a person is at work, they gain confidence as they go along, as they develop skill and experience, so they have more confidence in what they're doing. When a person learns a musical instrument, they get better at it, or they have a song they're practicing, they have more confidence that they get the song right by practice. Here's where I think it differs in the world of sexuality, and maybe in some other aspects of relationship. I see healthy sexuality as an adventure. And what that usually means is novelty and newness, creating something new. And when we create something new, we're always a beginner. So I'll talk about that a little later. But whereas confidence in some areas is about accumulating skill and experience, I say that confidence in sexuality is oftentimes about the ability to accept our incompetence and to be okay with it. If you think about it, good sex is not just about one person. It's about two people. And sex with one person will be very different than sex with another person. So we're constantly need to tune in and adapt. And so we're only as skilled as when we've tried this one particular thing with this one particular person. This new person will have different desires, different preferences. There may be a different sexual fit. There may be other things they would like from you. There may be different emotional connections, etc., etc. And also, my field that I'm in, the sexual field, the sexual information, sex health, all that's changing and evolving all the time. So what I'm trying to say is, it's important actually to be an eternal beginner. An eternal beginner is someone who's always open to learning new things and to not be so good at things, and then adjust. It's like dancing. Like my wife and I have taken social dance classes before, and this is how it works. So I'm in a social dance class, I'm terrible because I don't know what I'm doing. And then by the time we're maybe midway through the first class, I start to get the hang of it, and then she introduces a more complex move. And so I'm once again incompetent. Now, the only way to enjoy that dance class is to enjoy my incompetence in a sense until I get competent. So in other words, again, it's really about what I call radical self-acceptance. Radical self-acceptance is what leads to confidence in the sexual realm. Radical self-acceptance is that I can't always know exactly what I'm going to do to please you, or maybe what pleased you yesterday won't please you tomorrow, and to be flexible and to be adaptable. So what's more important in terms of confidence is the capacity to tune into the other person. It's the willingness to adapt and to learn. Learning, like I said, being an eternal beginner. The willingness to teach this other person, what you need and not expect them to just get it right too. And to reveal what your desires as well as your fears, your concerns. So it means not having all the answers. It means enjoying the questions. It means asking questions. And again, what I've been saying is trying new things that you're not very good at. So we have no role models for this. It's not like we learned this in school. As a matter of fact, most of us have the same adolescent fixation that we have to be, having erections and arousal and orgasms and knock our partner's feet off, socks off, I should say, not feet, but knock their socks off. It's all so much pressure, and it leads to less confidence. And it also leads to not tuning in, you know? Since I don't have to be a sexual prodigy all the time, I can now tune into my wife. I can have fun with her. I can make corrections if I try something she doesn't want that. I can enjoy being present with her if I'm not so consumed with getting it right, whatever that means. So I encourage all men to follow this path that leads to what I say is true sexual confidence. And I want the women that are listening to this to appreciate that we are not robots, we are not machines, and that we need to have an atmosphere and environment to try new things and learn. And the biggest challenge I see with women oftentimes is if the men do not respond perfectly, that they might take it personally. And that could be a challenge. It's not personal. Instead, creating safety to explore, safety to be adventurous. For you that are listening, the men that are listening, I would encourage you to click on the link below that says, "Make her want you." And I could tell you it's not going to be a list of ways to become, like I said, some sexual prodigy. I don't think that's really where the answers are. But I highly recommend that you click on that, and it'll be some great information in this article, Make Her Want You. So I appreciate you listening, and this is Todd Creager, making the world safe for love.